First things first, got to get some morning beverage, a little caffeine, never hurt nobody. How the heck are you crazy creeps? Today we are in Portland, right here on Portland State's campus. Got this beautiful waterfall, most importantly the coffee. We are heading up to the Rose Test Garden, that's right. It is in full bloom and it is absolutely beautiful, so stay tuned. We're doing a little Portland Rose Garden creeping. Alright, so we're kind of making our way up to the Rose Garden, but I noticed this Oregon School of the Arts and Gallery here, and they are open. So we're going to go in here and check out some art. This beautiful art gallery, and this gentleman was so welcoming, and this is officially called
Oregon Society of Artists.
Oregon Society of Artists, and they've got a ton of different art from Portland folks, and every month or so they change the, you know, kind of the tie-in to what's going on, but this month's are going to be about the Rose Garden. So if you guys can kind of see a lot of roses, and if you've got Bud Clark, how appropriate, huh? So this is really cool, and it's free general admission for Oregon residents?
Free admission. It's open every day of the week except Sunday.
Very nice.
And you might be interested too, they have a portrait of the girl who was the Rose Festival queen from last year.
Very cool. Look at that, is beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at the detail of that. I don't want to get too close because obviously I don't want to harm it or anything, but wow, look at that. Who's the artist behind this?
Randall Veemer.
Randall?
He teaches oil painting and portrait painting here.
Wow, that is very beautiful. Very detailed. Yeah, I mean, it's just like so much going on. I don't know where to even start, but these are really pretty, you guys. And if you come down here, obviously, you know, be quiet, use respectful voices, and be courteous to those around you. And, you know, look but don't touch, obviously. Bruce Block, Stumptown. Look at that, the Portland, Oregon sign. That's way neat. Yeah, I'm surprised I hadn't been in before. This is quite unique. Forever Rose, mixed media, Katie Salos. I like that color too. That's really spectacular looking. Wow, this looks like it could almost be Packy, who was a beloved elephant in Portland for many years. Oh, Rosie. So I was close. Oh gosh, that is so neat. Her name was Rosie, and this is actually titled Everything's Coming Up Rosie. That's so funny. Oh, look, in the some Portland donuts, Voodoo Donuts here by Sherry Hastings. And there's some fireworks up here too, kind of welcoming in the 4th of July, I take it. Man, I want donuts now. Those look good. How pretty is this? This is so cool. Wow, look at this one, you guys. The Wondrous Rose by Elizabeth Klein. Here's the city layout here. Natasha Ramos. Wow. All right, guys, I wanted to just kind of come in and take a quick peek, especially since they're showcasing, you know, the roses. Wow. Some of these are just outstanding. Look at this, it's so pretty. William Rumsey, Rosewater, and that's all oil. Wow, look at this, the petals. You know, I'm more of the video, but I love and really can appreciate the still photography. Bob Bergstrom's honorable mention, I love both depths and combination of elements in this piece and the feelings that were generated. What could be more perfect than Portland and rain and roses together? That's so great. And this is by Robert Bergstrom. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers, so I want you guys to come down here and enjoy it yourself. So we're going to head up to the Rose Garden. Thank you so much for having us. Awesome. They've got this neat little outdoor area you can kind of hang out at and enjoy. But yeah, the Oregon Society of Artists. Would have never known this was here unless we were on our way up to the Rose Garden. So that is pretty cool. Great people too. That was very nice. And by the sign, we are close. Just got to keep going up all these hills here. It's pretty hilly to walk up here, but it can be well worth it. Right, we are up here at the beautiful Washington Park, and it is very quiet and pretty up here today. No rain, and we are making our way over to the Rose Test Garden because I wanted to not only show you guys how beautiful it is this time of year, being Rose Festival. All the roses had a little bit of hard time this season just because our weather wasn't too great, but we are up here at the Rose Garden, and I love you guys for always tuning in and creeping with. I hope you guys are here as we're premiering live. Make sure you guys say hello down below. Say hello to the other folks that are here, well, hopefully here. And we are kind of just traversing through Washington Park to the beautiful, beautiful Rose Garden. And I think they've done us one better and put this little signage up here too, so we'll be able to go up here and make sure we're actually heading into the right direction. They don't have this fountain going at the moment, but it sure is pretty looking. All right. All right, so yep, we're going the right way here. She said, talking with this nice lady back there, she said just stay on the main path there and you won't miss it. So we've got the Rose Garden, the Japanese Garden, the Hoyt Arboretum, the Forestry Center, the zoo, and everything that we're looking for right up this way. So this is new too, kind of an artist rendition, but it says the Portland Water Bureau has built a new 12.4 million gallon earthquake ready underground reservoir here, replacing reservoirs that served the city since 1894. You can kind of see back in there where they've left the old watchtower, watch station there. But now it's all underground. Very interesting. And by the sign here, it says 150 years, 1871. And there are some folks making their way in. Today it's a little slower than normal up here because on the weekends it's really cooking. But I also wanted to show you guys this little bus that's coming here. This is actually a free shuttle bus that you can take. It'll pick you up pretty much in front of the zoo there, and we'll take you all the way through the Japanese Garden, the Rose Garden, the Forestry Center. It pretty much makes a big loop all the way through here and makes it easier to kind of maneuver, which we could have rode that too, but I kind of wanted to walk in just to kind of see some other things as well. Got the bathrooms down here. All right, let's make our way up to the Rose Garden. All right, so there's the free shuttle. What we just saw was actually just the TriMet bus that comes up here as well, but they've got that little mini shuttle that'll cruise you through here, which is nice. But you can take the regular bus too. That was the one we first saw. All right, slowly but surely trekking up these hills to the Rose Garden. All right, we are here beautiful rose test garden. Good amount of folks here. Up ahead. Wow. Oh my gosh, these smell so amazing already. Some of these are so bright. Not fully bloomed because, like I said, they had a harder time this season to kind of get going just because of the weather, but man, sure is pretty and smells so good nonetheless. I like these ones that kind of grow up the lamp pole here. Little stage area down there. Very cool. And I'm hoping to find, I'm wondering if there's a Betty White rose. Somebody said there might be. And I know there's just a ton of different varieties and absolutely stunning. Look at this one. Gotta stop and smell the roses. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. My nose is really keen to these. Oh, look at this, is really pretty. It's like the classic red Portland rose. Dang, that is beautiful.
Yeah, they do on.
These ones are really bright. Holy smokes, look at this one. Those are way pretty. And I think on the ends of these, they kind of explain as to what, you know, variety. Okay, yeah. And species there are. Like these ones are good as gold. Look how bright orange that is, man. That is so... so pretty. So they've got these little codes you can scan as well that will tell you more. But yeah, this place is just pretty amazing. I think they do tours as well. I like how these ones, like I said, are kind of growing up this lamp pole here. Very pretty. Wow, these ones are very colorful. That yellow and kind of pinkish red on there. Wow. That one's got some fragrance, not as much as the other two over there, but still very pretty. I want to maybe go up to the information desk too, or maybe go over here and there's some information on different ones. I'm wondering if there actually is the Betty White rose, because there's something special I wanted to show you guys just right up the way here. There's actually a bronze statue. So I believe this, okay, yeah, it's got a list of the inventory and also a map of kind of where layout of the land. So here's all the different, as of 2021. Oh, I'm seeing a Betty Boop. I'm not seeing the Betty White. But then again, it might, they might change over the years as well. Kind of some smaller ones. Portland's Best Rose 2019 was entitled Smoking Hot. Kind of the classic red rose here. Most Fragrant Parade Day. Oh, that's cool. It's a pink and white striped beauty with strong fragrance. Yeah, folks, most of these folks will grow these just in their gardens, like in their houses in the residential areas, and then you can actually enter the contests too for Best Rose Garden residential wise as well. Wow, these are really cool looking. Let's say it's 1918. Originally the test garden was located where the parking lot currently is. And it gives kind of a timeline here. 1976. Here's a picture from 1981. Winter planting of the roses in the garden. 1981. Formation kiosk installed. Very cool. So yeah, just a ton of info, a lot of history. But let's go over here to the Royal Rosarian statue because it has a special tie to a very special individual. Some could say almost well, I consider her a national treasure, and that's Betty White. She was actually inducted here as a Royal Rosarian, kind of helping all these years with the Rose Festival and the Rose Parades, and they gave her an honorary inductee as a Royal Rosarian, kind of an honorable person here in Portland. I'll give you guys some more links and info about the Royal Rosarians in the description. But yeah, Betty White herself came to Portland that day to kind of help out with the festivities, actually being an honorary inductee as a Royal Rosarian that year. She helped announce the parade. Oh my gosh, these smell so good too. I love these like classic Portland red roses. Yep, there is a ton of folks up here just enjoying the day. Absolutely stunning. Wow, look how colorful it is back in there. Wow, look how bright this one is too. Absolutely beautiful. So here is the bronze statue of the Royal Rosarian, and I believe this gentleman here in particular was the one that actually inducted Betty White as the Rosarian that year, kind of honoring her, helping out with Portland and the Rose Festival. And I was actually able to find a picture of that day, of that inductee, and I believe it happened right around here, because in the picture you would have been able to kind of pan out and see this whole area here, and Betty White would have been standing approximately right about here where this gentleman is now, the Royal Rosarian, and she'd have been standing right here, and they would have inducted her as an honorary member. The official greeters for Portland. This little placard here does a little bit better of info here. Since 1912, the Royal Rosarians have served as the official greeters, ambassadors, and goodwill for the city of Portland. This statue marks 100 years of service to the city of Portland. Folks wearing their white suits have not changed in a century. They tip their straw hats to salute visitors. The Royal Rosarians have traveled worldwide, spreading their slogan, "For you, a rose in Portland grows." So very, very, very cool. And I always like how they tip their straw hat there. We saw them doing it during the parade just a couple days ago. But yeah, Betty White would have been standing right about here, and you would have seen the gentleman doing the honors of inducting her into Portland as an honorary Royal Rosarian, not to mention all the work she did for the parade as well. But that is pretty darn neat. Let's see if we can pull up a screenshot of that day. And this sign here is kind of covered by the roses, but if you look closely, this is actually the Royal Rosarian garden here. And if you look on the top there, they've got the little crown there with the rose. I love how these grow up the poles here. So pretty. But yeah, this would have been the spot. And And I love that they have this here too, because it just kind of ties in all that. I love it. This was dedicated to the Rosarians by the city of Portland on October 9th of 2011 by Bill Bain, who was the sculptor. Pretty darn neat. They've even got the badges here. Official greeter. I wish it would have said who the model was of the actual sculpture, because I'm not sure if I have the info correct, but I believe this gentleman was the one that inducted Betty White. Let me know if I'm wrong.
I have that picture. Okay, you want a picture?
Yes. No problem. Okay. Yeah.
It's a hot spot. These guys are all getting their picture in front of the Royal Rosarian too. Pretty cool. I can do it for you. Oh, he's got you. That was nice. Oh, play the bounce.
That wasn't me. Sleep. Thank you.
All right, so yeah, I think we're just gonna take this little free shuttle back down to the zoo. It should take us, I think it should take us right back down to where we can board the train. Are you guys boarding to go to the zoo?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Neat little shuttle
You know how
bus.
long the bus gonna take, sir? How long the bus gonna take the tour? So one round trip is about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, we're only about maybe 5-10 minutes from the zoo though. But this does the full loop. It'll take you through the Japanese garden. It'll take you to the archery area. Yeah, this is cool. I'm glad that they started doing this little free shuttle. Alright, so walking up here from down there in Southwest was a hoof up those hills. So this is nice having this little free shuttle. And you, like I said, there's a map that I will show you guys as well. But if you want to come up here, like I said, you can do the little tour and they take you around to all the different little places here up at Washington Park. And it's nice because you can get on the shuttle right in front of the Rose Garden there and it'll take you right back to the train. Yeah, the old zoo is down in there. If you look closely, you can see the train tracks down there. It's kind of hard to see from the camera, but the little zoo train used to run through there. I don't think it's in operation anymore, but okay, there you go. You guys can see. Can you guys see down there the tracks? Yep, that's the old zoo line. It sure is pretty up here. And the bus takes us right back in front of the zoo to the train. Go catch the bus over here and head back. That's very convenient. Thanks again for the ride.
The Oregon Zoo and the Max Light Rail.
And if you guys come up here, you can feel free to stop in at any of these little information desks too. They've got the little brochures and there's a full map of the layout of the land. But yeah, this shuttle was cool. It took us all the way around and we're able to see the Rose Test Garden and it was free. So very cool. Thanks for having this for us here.
Yeah, of course.
It's neat. What do you got here? Like a little Bigfoot guy here.
Yeah, a little Bigfoot.
Little Explorer
Sasquatch,
Oregon Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, just got here to the little underground Max tunnel. I hear the train coming now. I really like the fact that they've got all this info around here too.
that's going to do it for today. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. You can ring that bell. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. And if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. Until next time, creeper out for now. Peace.